Did you see that? You guys, this is the softest dinner rolls you'll be ever making. I mean, just look at it, how soft, light, fluffy and tender it is. One bite and you will be in heaven. Do give these milk bread rolls a try and there will be no looking back. Like any other bread recipe, this one would also need some flour, salt, yeast, sugar, butter which acts as an enrichment. This is the magic ingredient that makes this bread uber soft. Yes, an addition of egg and milk to knead the dough would make this bread so soft. I also have an eggless dinner roll version on the channel. I'll link it up here or in the description box below if you are looking out for one. To prepare the dough, let us start by adding our warm milk to a bowl. To that, let's add in the yeast and sugar. Stir it to dissolve the yeast. If you are using the active variety, then definitely let it bloom for 15 minutes before proceeding with the recipe. Since this is an instant variety, I'm gonna go ahead and add in the rest of the ingredients, which includes an egg. Give it a stir, followed by our dry flour, that is Maida or all-purpose flour, and salt. Mix that too until everything comes together, but eventually you will have to switch your spatula and switch on to your hand, so make sure that it is clean and then combine everything until it comes together as a dough, and then transfer it to your worktop and start kneading. If you are new to our channel, then please do consider subscribing and also hit the bell notification as I post new video every single week. And this week it's gonna be a bonanza because I'm gonna share yeast-free breads coming up. I know it has been a huge request from you all. So I'm planning on posting super duper easy bagels recipe. Yes, calling it easy because you just need 2 ingredients to make it. So please do consider subscribing and hit the notification bell so that you get updates as soon as I post a new video. Coming back to our softest dinner rolls recipe for now. So start kneading. It would take around say 7 to 8 minutes to get into a soft dough, and then we would add our butter and knead again for another 7 to 8 minutes until you get a super soft and elastic dough. If you are making it in a stand mixer, yes, absolutely you can make it. I have made it personally. So in that, knead it for 5 minutes, then add your butter, that is fat, and then knead again for 3 to 4 minutes until you reach the desired stage. Do remember that your dough should be well hydrated and soft and moist. When you feel that it is a bit dry, you can go ahead and add 1 to 2 teaspoons of milk at a time and keep on kneading until you can feel the moistness. If you are making it in a stand mixer, when you lift your hook, a blob of dough should be sticking to the base. So that is the identification, and while kneading with hand, just touch and feel the dough. You need a soft and elastic dough. When stretched, creates this beautiful gluten strands without tearing apart. So that's when you know that your dough is ready. So this is called a window pane test. When you stretch your dough so that you can see your fingers beneath, you can easily make out the gluten strands at this stage. In layman's words, simply press your dough, and if it leaves an indentation there, then you are good to go to your next step, which is of course proofing. You can proof the dough in the same bowl in which you had kneaded it to begin with. Just grease it with some oil, put your dough into it, cover it with a tea towel and let it proof for 1 hour on countertop itself or in a warm place or in the oven with the lights on. But you know that I like to proof my dough in the instant pot because it's easier, faster, and you need not worry about the climatic conditions or weather outside. So simply grease your pot with some oil, put the dough into it and use the yogurt setting and proof for 30 minutes to get until it is doubled in size. So this is what we are after. This is my favorite part. Just punch it down once it's all proofed, and now it's time to divide and shape our dough. Yes, that's the third step. So knead it for a minute to remove all the air bubbles and then divide it equally. You can eyeball it. I like to use my weighing scale to be precise. So divide it into 12 portions of 54 grams each or 16 portions of 41 grams each depending upon the size of your baking pan. I have tried making both 12 and 16 using this recipe and it turns out perfectly fine. And always keep it covered so that it doesn't dry out. And then once divided, simply roll it into balls, and I have shared the exact technique of rolling this into a perfect smooth top in my other eggless version video, so you can refer that if you want. Simply make sure that the top is smooth and it is round in shape and then transfer it into your baking pan. Also remember to grease the baking pan with some oil before placing the dough into it for second proofing. It would take you nearly 1 to 1.5 hours depending upon the weather at your place. All you have to note is that it is doubled in size and well proofed as it can be seen in the video. So once proofed, bake it in a preheated oven of 180 degrees Celsius for around 15 to 18 minutes. Once baked, brush the top with some butter to keep the crust soft and also to get that glossy typical shiny look. And then allow it to cool in the pan itself for around 5 to 8 minutes. Then demold and allow it to cool completely on a wire stand before enjoying or digging into it, I must say. Trust me, you guys, this is the softest dinner rolls you could ever make. Be gentle while brushing the top. As you can see, just a little pressure could crack the top, as you can see in this particular bread that has just happened. Do give it a try for once and I'm sure you'll love it. It's a keeper for sure. This bread is so soft, light and fluffy that you're gonna enjoy every bit of it. I like to eat it warm with just cubes of butter in it. Oh my gosh, it's just pure heaven, I must say. Look at the texture from within. It's just a beautiful bread with that soft and chewy texture, and it's just too good. I am running short of adjectives, to be honest. It's that good. You won't be left out with any leftovers, but if you still have, then definitely keep it in an airtight container and it stays good for 2 to 3 days. So this is a day old bread and it is still so uber soft. Oh, by the way, that's a no knead bread that I had baked the other day and I am left out with some, obviously, like you can see. So I have kept it all together in this big airtight container and it is just fine. So yeah, just enjoy it with cubes of butter like I do, or have or eat a masala pav, pav bhaji, or as a side for your dinner. Either way, you're gonna love it. You can also freeze these dinner rolls. Just wrap it individually in an aluminium foil and then freeze it up to a month. And wrap it in an aluminium foil, place it in a Ziploc bag so that it is easier to grab one or two or how much ever you need at that particular time. However, I'm gonna eat it today itself, so I'm not gonna freeze it now. Just wanted to let you guys know that this bread freezes really well. And yeah, that's it for today's recipe. If you like this one, then definitely hit that like button. Do consider subscribing as I'm planning to post more yeast free breads coming forward. And I'll see you soon in my next one. Until then, stay safe, take care, bye bye.